Hi, this is Technical Class 1. I hope this is better and it'll be quick so you don't have to watch for too long. But first of all, the biggest thing is to, when you're sitting on the piano, to sit far enough where when you're reaching the pedal, you have enough room. When you're too close, it'll be too much muscle strained when you're trying to pedal. So we want to give yourself enough space. And then it also gives us space to be able to play all over the keys instead of when we're too close. It really kind of limits our movement, right? So nice and far. We want our hand to be parallel. We don't want it to go up and down, up and down, up and down. So when we're playing, so that's the sitting down. When we're playing, we want to be mindful of how our hand structures are. So our thumb is connected to a separate joint. So you can probably see when you move, it's right here, and the rest of our fingers are the other. So there are two, like, almost like muscle structures. So considering that our thumb is separate, we can't have the same movement as rest of them, which is just parallel, right? So we want to play with the side of our thumb. With our pinky too, because our pinky is weak, we want to play on the side of our pinky. So when we're playing the piano, we'll be using a lot of this motion. I would try to practice that a couple times, especially on the left hand. Just because people have generally have a weaker left hand than their right. So when you look at the module, under the technical class, you will see a 5-finger pattern. So the thumb is always going to be our number 1 finger, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's always the same on the left hand too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So you'll see its patterns like go through all of it and see which one is specifically hard for you. Start that one and practice that one because it probably involves like movements that your fingers are not used to, or involves fingers that are like specifically weak. Like if you're trying to do 3 5 3 5 3 5 or 3 5 4 3 5, that might be a little more difficult than your dominant fingers like 1 2 3. So that's that. Practice that. The only other thing that I really went through is on the piano, don't be afraid to move around the seat. It's way better to give yourself that same orientation like each time when you're moving around rather than trying to reach this way. So when you're playing 2 like octave scale, for example, it's okay to move. It's okay to move your body around too, so that you're oriented like directly at where you're playing. The other things to look at, you can practice Hanon. It's attached on the module. Hanon basically does a great way to practice Hanon is doing it in different rhythms. So you can do long, short, long, short. Interesting thing about Hanon, people think that it's better, that people are better pianists when they can play really fast. But playing fast is actually easier than playing slow. Playing slow shows that you have control and strength over your fingers. And make sure to use metronome because that's gonna really help you. Another thing that's on there is Czerny. There's like 101 exercises. So Czerny is great for sight reading, and also it tells you exactly what you're working on. So I was telling the folks that it's better to, when you're working on sight reading, I think it's better to do both hands together the very first time, because you're not trying to really learn the song, you're trying to sight read the song. So you want to get in the practice of playing two hands at the same time right away. So yeah, I think that's it. Bye.